Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yolanda and welcome to My Soul Sings. And so for today I'm giving to you guys episode 2 of Pick It Up and Praise. So today, literally, not gonna lie, because I made this episode because I just saw my phone over there and I'm just like, so I have two phones, right? Right now I have an iPhone 11, which is my new latest one, but I also have the iPhone 12 that I'm trying to sell. So it's just like right there looking at me, because I wasn't looking at this one. This one I literally just like picked up from right over there, but like this one, it was just like sitting right there and I was looking at it and I was just like, wait a second, I got something good I could say about this. And so yeah, like, so today's video I'm like just going to be talking about a phone and like how can you relate this to God. Well, I got you there. So basically, yeah, so a phone, you know, they're very accessible nowadays. Like everybody's on their phone, like everybody is on their phone. Like I've not seen one person, okay, there's a few people, but like not everybody's on their phone. Of course, there's iPad kids though too. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like it's so accessible. You can do whatever you want to do. Now this one is dead, so I'll use this one as an example, but to get my point across. But like, look, you know, like easy access, you know, I can like do my face screen and just like in any moment, like if I ever need something from my friend, I could literally like message them on my text, or I could, you know, call them on the phone, or like I got email, I have Instagram, TikTok, Telegram, all those different apps I can, Discord too, that I could like message my friends if they don't have phones or if like they're grounded or something like that. Oh, and my favorite, I got FaceTime, where I could just like call them whenever. I be calling my boyfriend the most, period. And it's just like, you know, all is like it's all here, it's all accessible on your phone, and it's really nice to have. And you know, sometimes like in life, like I know like I just like lost and like I need to like phone somebody, so I'm just like, you know, let me call my friend. I know a lot of times like I call my boyfriend, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you won't believe what happened, like, and I'm like literally this week I've been going through like my 5th midlife crisis and it's just been a mess. But you know, I think oftentimes we, you know, may grab our phones and are so like dependent on them, in a sense like, oh yeah, I can do this and that on there, like, yeah. But I think also like, well, my connection here is that like the Lord also wants us to be dependent like that. Now this dependency is bad, but this dependency up there is good. And yeah, like, you know, sometimes it's just like he wants that connection with us, you know, and oftentimes it's hard. It may feel like, oh my gosh, I have to go pray sometimes, because just like you know, different people pray differently. Like I know for a while, like I like to pray like on my knees, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I have to go up against I have to get out my bed and I'm really confident, I have to go pray and all that stuff. Like sometimes, like I'm being real, like sometimes it's just like that, where I'm just too lazy to just literally take 5 steps to get out of my bed. Really just 1 step if I just wanted to hop down. But it's just like, you know, Lord, like he is so accessible, he is so like easy to like really just like anytime, anywhere, whatever you're doing, like when I'm running, when I'm walking, when I'm at school, when I'm taking a test, like he's literally like so accessible, and he wants to have the connection with us. But sometimes it's hard, especially because of these distractions. Not only is it accessible as often, but it's also a distraction from him. And I feel like sometimes we just need to like let go of the electronics, let go of the stuff, and be present in the moment, and be present in the relationships, not only with the Lord but the people around us also too. And I think that's just so important. And you know, like to just be present in the moment, to be, and yeah. And so like, yeah, he just really wants that connection with us, and he wants to be there for us no matter if it's the good or the bad moments. Like I know y'all be calling and talking to people when it's like good things going on, like, oh my gosh, did you can't believe like he asked me out, or this and that, or just like, oh my gosh, like I got a 50 on my test, something like that. Like we be talking to our friends, so why can't we have the same connection with him too? He literally can do so much more than man, like people. I'm not saying black people, but like people. Like he is literally so great at like the amount of things, the way that he can change people's lives, and the fact that, you know, even sometimes I like lack in praying as often as I should be. And it's just like, you know, like, you know, it's really easy. Like I'll be honest, like right now, like I'm kind of struggling to like pray publicly and open, because it's just like for so long, like since I've stepped away from my other religion and all, it was just like I've been doing this whole religion thing on my own. But like now, as I'm stepping more into it, it's just like I want to be more confident, I want to be more proud. And it's really like nice being able to pray with people too, because there's a scripture about praying. Let me pull this up. Okay, so in this subheading title of this thingy, it says dealing with sin in the church. And basically, I mean, in this paragraph, it's just really talking about holding people accountable, like when it's talking about siblings, but I just feel like in general, really, what the point is just saying, like keeping each other accountable, like in our actions, especially in sin. But then it was saying further on from 18 to 20 in this verse, which is the verse I want to highlight here, is truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. And that's strong, guys. Like, that is really strong. And I feel like you can connect that to prayer, like, you know, the things that you say here, like even when we die, I feel like those promises will still be fulfilled, and we'll, like, you know, get all that like in heaven, I feel like. And it'll be even greater than we even imagine. Like, our lives don't just stop here, like it continues on there. And it says again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it'll be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am with them. And this isn't to say like, oh, if you're praying alone, that is not as strong. I don't think it's necessarily saying that. Like, your prayers still matter. Prayers still get answered regardless. Like, any prayer said, like, the Lord hears it. But in more, what I say is that, like, how in unity, when we're united together, especially with the same prayer, it kind of just like strengthens it. It's not like, oh yeah, like he's gonna put priority like 2 people more than 1 person, but it's just like, it just like strengthens it, and just like more people like believing in like the same thing. I feel like in general, just like both prayers matter and are just equally like as good. That's what my perspective on it is, that like any prayer in general is power, but when you add more people, it definitely does something. Like, it just strengthens the prayer even more. Like, a power like with 1 person is one thing, but when you add people, like, it really, like, I don't know, I feel this way like even when I go to Bible study now. It's just like I pray about some things. I remember I prayed about college, and my prayer was answered. But then I remember I had like a test, and I remember something happened and it fell through, and then I prayed it and as a group, and I still, you know, was able to receive just as great of an answer to my prayer. And I don't know, I just, when I think about that, it just reminds me just like how the Lord wants us to be united, and especially like in prayer, like he just like loves to see like that kind of like fellowship, and like, and all, I just think that, you know, yeah, God really likes it, because it's just like to see us like all together and just like praying for one purpose, though, too. Like, that is like really special, and it's like a really good like feeling and good space to be in, like when it's just like you're praying like not just alone, but like in a group of people. It just like feels nice that like to have that sense of like to feel really close in that moment, because it's just like you're genuinely like praying the best for whatever situation it may be. Like, if you're praying for something that you're going through with a group of people, like I feel so comforted. Not saying I don't, like when I'm praying alone with the Lord, but it's just like it's a different kind of feeling though. But yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this 2nd episode of Pick It Up and Praise. I'll see you guys next week on another episode of Pick It Up and Praise. Peace is already out.